All right, looks like we're live and it's working. No lag. This is beautiful. All right, so I did log out in Lone Lands in the Oscaruth camp. And the last time we played, I had about this much, right about that much. Oh, it's right here. So I had about maybe 2 bars, maybe 2.5 or 3 bars of experience. And then I went and grabbed a bunch of mats to get journeyman and expert maxed out for forester, prospector, and tailor. I got a bunch of that stuff on alt. So um, yeah, so I leveled a little bit, but I'm still level 29. So um, gonna oh right, master expert prospector, got it. And then I crafted a bunch of stuff, so I'm prepped for this next run. So now we got quests to do. Is there anything I didn't do particularly in Harn? Where is that? Oh, I guess I could do the breathe thing, but I'll wait till I get the. Well, I've got the return debris, and I have my milestone set there. So if I need to go back for any reason, I can do that afterwards. Excuse me. But like if anyone does um, need to do like Great Barrow or something, then I can join that and then turn the thing in. So actually, I could do that now since my inventory is empty. Let me see. How did we do that? Used to do that. Yeah, I guess you have to spell it out because there's another one, the GB. 1 of 6. I want to say 20 plus, something like that. I think that's how we used to do it. Because I think you can like start the quest or whatever at like, I don't know, 18. I think is the lowest level. Anyway, so we'll copy that. All right, and we'll throw it in fellowship, and we'll see if anybody bites. And then if it does, then we'll run the instance there. There's 3 separate little like barrows or whatever you call it, but they're all like connected. But you have to go through. Well, actually, they're not connected, are they? So when you go to do the Great Barrow, did I hit the right key? I did not. There we go. So when you go to hit the to start the Great Barrow, you have to do the maze, then Thatter, and then Sambrog. Let me mute this damn thing. It's been so annoying all day. Sorry, my phone is acting up. Let's see. Let's do. How did we do that last time? Boom. Done. Alright, no more notifications from the dang phone. Alright, so if that's the case, then we'll do the maze and then Thatter and then Sambrog. and I'll set it to whatever. If someone else is coming, I'll just set it to like whatever level that they are. I mean, unless they're higher level than me or the same, then we'll set it to like near about my level. But I did do RP and Defensive Menace Tirith. I've got an alt that I logged in on my other account and ran them through it because that was a tough one. But I've got epic battles. So I got one point left, but you can't really like put it in any of these because they're 2. That one requires 5. That one's maxed out, and that one requires 2. So I'm trying to get to tier 3 engineer or rank 3 engineer. So I don't know if you've ever done epic battles, but oh, nice! It finally kicked in. Twitch decided to send the message. So anyway, I've almost got a platinum reward. I was just trying to explain that part. I thought I did my chat window, redid it, but I guess I didn't set it right because it didn't seem to be putting the text. I'll have to work on that again, but at least it's not like just keeping the stuff in chat, which is not good. One second. Yeah, no one has messaged yet, so probably not going to happen. So I'll start questing, I guess. I mean, I suppose I could try to like solo it, but it can be quite difficult to do unless you're about somewhere around 20 levels higher. I mean, I haven't done it in years, but that last time I did it a couple years ago, it can be quite difficult for a DPS because I'm essentially a glass cannon. I mean, I have pretty good what do you call it, morale. I'm at 800, and with full buffs, I'm probably a little more than that. But yeah, I'm still got medium armor and no shield, so they can rip through you with their diseases and all that other stuff. I think I did a couple skirmishes, but I don't remember doing all of that. I did do one with somebody, but I think it was Trouble in Tuckborough. I don't think I've run that, or I may have run Siege of Gondaman, but I don't think I've done the stand. But one of those I think you unlock at 25. That might be the one I did. Yeah, so that's probably the one I unlocked at 25 because I remember seeing a pop-up saying you unlocked a new skirmish, and that's probably the one I did. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I guess I'll do quests. So I think I picked up all of the quests. So this one we got to do spiders over here. So we'll go west. So this is fairly straightforward. You just come up here, and then you start seeing spiders up here, and you just run through their little maze that they have. And I've been avoiding collecting resources thus far, but I've resigned to definitely start picking up all of the ore. So like gold and silver, because every time I make a new alt, um, you make all the jewelry. It's like, just for the jewelry, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's minimum of 14 of whatever it is, silver, gold. What's the other one? I forget. But anyway, for each tier, so you for the expert and journeyman. Well, journeyman is silver, expert is gold. I'm pretty sure you run through like at least 14 ingots. So that's, what is it, 28? Uh, you know, and that's if everything crits the first time, and it doesn't always do it that way. Every now and then you get them all in an order, but most of the time you'll do like 4 or 5 that are just normals. So you end up kind of, I mean, you can sell it on the auction house for gold, but point being, you run through a lot of mats when you're always leveling alts. So I want to get the at the very least the gold and silver in zones like this, but like the rich iron, which I'm kind of running low on. Definitely dwarf iron. That's in Misty Mountains, and I want to say troll shaws as well, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so now that I've got like, yeah, let me do a thing here. Now that I've got that all leveled, then anytime I see any in any of these zones, I'm able to grab it. Versus, like at one point, I was like trying to do U, and it just wasn't. U wood on the ground. It just wasn't working because I didn't have the foraging leveled up. Yeah, so apparently the thing is, especially on servers like this, I mean, no one's here. I mean, I'm on world chat and no one's saying anything, no one's responding. Usually you'd have like at least one person, minimum would respond saying, hey, I'd like to go. And then you have to wait for, more people to fill up the group. But yeah, point being, it's empty. Everyone's gone to the new servers. I guess they opened them in January, something like that. Defensive Lowlands, excellent. All right, so we got 5, and we got some. We finally got our bow. Racial trait. So that was the tier 2 of the goblins. I never can say this word right. Enmity. Pretty sure that's how you say it. Anyway, enmity tier 2, you kill like 150 goblins, and then like tier 3 of enmity is like, I think 250 or something like that, and then the last tier is like 350 or some crazy amount. But I mean, you end up going doing that very easily when you're doing all the quests and exploring and all that through the zones. I mean, if you're actually killing the mobs, but let's see, that's maxed. Okay, so we're at 14. Yeah, so I need to try to like avoid doing deeding as much as I can. So I'll try not to complete this spider deed. It's gonna be hard because I'm used to doing that. Yeah, I guess I'll select that. Let's see. That's another one. Yeah, that one's not bad. Yeah, compassion might be good. So we'll unlock compassion, and then once we start getting more deeds going as we're higher level, and we kind of have to put points into something, then we can get a couple of those maxed. So if need be, I can swap them out, you know, the DPS traits for if I'm in a difficult situation, I could be more tanky. Alright, so what we'll do. Oh, yeah, that's right. So you jump, you go under here. And there's a stealth spider over there. So you kill this. And this one over here. And sometimes there's a stealth one over there, but I think they reset it so it's right over there under that bridge. So I'll do a close. Yeah, I think that's the one over there. Trapper. Scattering ruin web. Ambusher. Okay, so that's the ruin web ambusher. So the trapper is, yeah, that's the signature one. And then there's a spinner. So he's right there. And that's one of the elders I have to kill. Done. So now we can do the other two. Oh yeah, I said I have to finish or stop doing deeds. It's hard to do when you always do deeds. I mean, really what gets you the virtue experience is getting the last completion of the last set. So say there's like 20 on the first one, and then you'll have 40 on the second on the mastery of it. So you know, you just kill like a few less than the max number. Where is, no, is he up there? Yeah, he might be up there. Usually they're right into here, but maybe they moved it. Alright, let's try. Okay, that's in. Oh, he's not even stealth. Let's try again. Hunter, Trapper, Respawn. Oh no, there's another one up here, that's right. And Hizzy. Nope, not on the list. Alright. So I just need to get some egg sacs and the spinner and the weaver. So I'll try not to do any of the others. Alright, this is not going to go well because we got a patrol coming down there. Okay. Alright, so we got some gold. And there's usually 2 hidden spiders right in here somewhere. Run web. Yeah, that makes sense. These 2 right here. Well, it's got to be something right here. All right, maybe I'm remembering wrong. It's entirely possible. Oh, it could be up there. All right, so what you do is you come up this thing right here, and then so there's our ambusher, and that guy. Okay, see, we want Runweb Spinner and Weaver. So let's search again. Spinner and Weaver. Oh, there we go. Your virtues. Click on the Virtue Traits tab. Alright, so let's see if we can avoid killing these guys that I don't need to. And then I think, isn't there a way to get up here somewhere? No, that's right, they changed that. I think at one point there was a way, but on that end of it, they ended up changing the terrain of a lot of the areas of the low level areas. They made adjustments to the terrain for some reason. But yeah, so let's see, I quit playing about 3 years ago, so it was probably around 5 years ago they made these terrain changes. Let me find the, okay, that's not him. This might be our last egg sac. There we go. And then there, that's not him. I've got him assigned right there, Weaver. So now we need to find the spinner. Oh yeah, the spinner I think is at the very top. If I remember correctly. I say very top. There's a kind of a pattern that I usually run with this one when I'm doing the deeds here, deeds and quests and all that. So what I'll do is I'll go and be killing all these, but now that I'm considering not killing all of them, it's gonna kind of mess up my pattern. So I have to figure out a way to get to the top of this without killing all of them. Dadgummit. Let's try this. Yeah, I'm not sure I can get over there. Let's see, that's my Weaver. Yeah, alright, I might have to kill that guy and this one. Let's try this. He's still there. If I shoot him fast enough, then he won't aggro the other ones. There we go. Beautiful. So now we need to find the spinner. So if we get close to the top here, which we got to go through there, yeah, I'll just kill him. Spinner, there we are. I think I'll be cautious to get around this without aggroing too much. Now there will be like a if you go up the hill there is a, what do you call it, brood mother, I believe is what they call them. And then sometimes on the end of this they'll be either here or there, they'll have one of those stealth. Okay, we got the ambusher close. Right over there. Is that right? It's not even in stealth. That can't be right. Alright, there's got to be something over here. Let me do, or it's down. So they usually go either down there or up here, but in this spot they typically have some kind of distant. Okay, so that's not it. So I think it's the trapper is down Okay. All right. There's nothing here then. Didn't we kill him already? Yeah. All right. That one's done. All right, that makes sense. So now turn that in, and then we'll do the, I believe it's wargs. So when you get up to here and you go up to the top, there's like one up there, like a brood mother, and then like these two, and then there's like a patrolling one, and then you got the spinner in the area. So maybe the spinner's the patrolling one, but I'm not sure if the spinner goes all the way up there. Anyway, so you finish all that, and then so once that area is clear, then you just come down here from this, I don't know, whatever this is, this the ruins or whatever. So then you can come down like somewhere in here, and it's not too difficult to slide down this, and then you can kind of avoid most of these to get down to like the what do they call that, the base level, the normal terrain elevation, whatever that is. And then I'm going to get up here the ore over here. I think if I do that, I might get something good. It's not terrible. Nice. Actually, I may as well just go ahead and start doing the warg thing. I'll just try to complete all this stuff and turn it all in at once. I'm not doing so much traveling back and forth. Do I have to kill those? Enmity of the orcs. So yes. We got some ore. I mean, it does, if you're collecting resources, it does kind of slow everything down because you have to stop, and then you're not doing combat or chasing mobs down, so it can take some extra time, aside from the fact that you're going to get a lot of extra ore and gems. Yeah, I guess I'll put the gold and maybe silver. So then, yeah, I guess I'll put this here until we actually get some silver. Maybe leather down there. And I guess I'll put maybe wood up there. sometimes there can be a mob stealth in this area, especially if there's like a gold ore node somewhere over here. Yeah, let me kill him. Alright. So I think this one is for the wargs, and then we'll have the next tier of that quest chain is doing orcs and goblins, I think, in that section over there. So it's these guys here. Grab that ore though. Sometimes you'll get wargs over here and they're not simple to find. So always, I mean, I don't want to max the deed out, but definitely want to get it advanced to where it's like 90 something. So I'm close to completing it. So I gotta kill him anyway. Alright, so we'll go. Just go east and see what we can see. No, we'll wait on that because we do get a quest to kill them, so I'll just try to focus on the wargs I can manage. Is there a warg back there? No, it's an orc. And then this guy is usually, yeah. This guy sometimes is. But that one usually is. Alright, so what's our quest now? Alright, so we're going to turn that in. So we'll go to Haragmar, and we'll go up here. We won't do bingo yet. So let's go down here. Because then they'll have us go through each of those sections again for the second tier of those quests. If we do get a warg, we're gonna try to advance the deed a little bit more. Alright, spider. And that's a spider. What's that orc? I think. Oh, it's a spider. Sometimes that's a warg, but it's not. we go. So many errands today. I was wiped out when I got home. I immediately downed one cold glass of water, and then in about 15 minutes I had finished another one. Just definitely needed it. The weather's starting to warm up today. It definitely helps to have tracking here, because you'll get like these stealth bog prowlers all over the place here, but they'll aggro you, but we don't have a quest for them yet. I think that's the next tier, or from a different NPC. Yeah, that's right. You gotta kill the these guys first. Get their legs. There was another one nearby somewhere, so I'll try to avoid him. Sometimes there's one near this tree, if I remember correctly. That guy's not a quest, he's just there. Let's see. Check over here. Alright, so not likely to be any, at least within the current proximity. Let's check again. So as long as staying within the current proximity, I think how the tracking thing works is that once you know their location and then you untrack them, you can't see them anymore. So it has to remain active on them even though they don't move. So it's not like a, hey, I can just keep, you know, marking all of them. It didn't really work that way. Alright, so that's good. So now let's do, wait a minute, which one is it? Collect bog moss from the bog prowler nests. Oh, that's right. So these right here in the circle of blood, they'll be in the water. Every now and then you'll get like a one of these bog prowlers. It's in sneak mode, but generally, yeah, that's that one we had earlier, I believe. Generally, there's not a whole lot of them in the water, in these blood pools or whatever you call it. But yeah, they're kind of around this area, so just check around there, and then those two are individually marked. And I think those two that are south, they'll have a one of these bog prowlers in sneak mode. But you can usually avoid them or kill them pretty quickly. Let me check. Right. East. Alright, we're done with legs. Well, one thing about these guys is you can get close to them, and as long as you don't hit them, they'll just aggro if you stay within range. But if you don't, then they just kind of snarl, and then they might attack if you stay there too long. But that's generally it. And then I think that guy's the one you turn into, if I remember correctly. Maybe not, because he would have a thing over his head. Yes, I think it goes back to Oscaruth. I did say that right, correctly. Yeah, Oscaruth, yeah. Alright, so let's go a little bit more east and then we'll go north. So the undead start spawning in that area. Alright, so there's one here. Oh, there we go. We got an elite. Nice. So they'll have like shards, stuff like that, but they can be a little difficult to kill. So you may want to do a trap. And then make sure there's no stuff behind you. Oh, that's alright, there is a deed for these guys. I totally forgot. So I could have been killing them the whole time. Totally forgot about that. Let's check again. Yeah, I'm seeing. Oh, there we go. There's one down here. And okay, so we have one right up here. Oh, that's right, there's one on the hill here. And then these two down here. Alright, so we need to go south and then southwest. Okay, so there's this one. Like that. Now we'll check again over here. Should be one right over here somewhere. I mean, at the bog prowler of the nest. Alright, so it's over here, looks like. This way. Ah, here we go. And if you ever need to, like, find something that's near you, you can just hit delete key and it'll select. And then you can hit U, like that. And then if you have the auto move thing, it'll auto move you to use it, which picks it up. Alright, so now we got that. So we'll go over here. That one is offering a piece. So that one is bear haunches. Alright. And this area tends to have a lot of crows. They're just randomly spread across the area. Of course, you'll have orcs as well, but I'm more concerned about the finding the wargs, so I'll try to get closer to the deed without completing it till I actually level up. Another one. Yeah, this method I use, mailing all my stuff in the mailbox, seems to be the best option for like getting your gear, um, keeping your gear constantly upgraded. Because you can take quest rewards and use those, but the problem with those is they don't always have like good stats for your particular spec. So you end up using like, I don't know, maybe a class quest reward for, 20 levels, something like that. So it just kind of it can, that strategy can tend to make you quite weak. So you run into a group that is your level or higher, and they just destroy you. I've had the most success with doing crafted gear. And you can pick all the, however you want to add to it, but I go DPS, so I try to maximize agility first, and then physical mastery second, vitality of course, but crit and finesse. So I care less about evade, but I mean it does help. So having a little bit isn't going to hurt you, but the more agility and physical mastery you have, the more DPS you're going to do. So I try to keep that higher. That's why I keep trying to do the deeds, keeping them maxed out here, so I get the most I can from those deeds for keeping my DPS high. Alright, so we should start seeing some bears up this way. Oh yeah, there's boars. I need those anyway, so We'll just work our way through them, or a few of them. We should start seeing some bears here soon. Oh no, wait, that's right. They're south of the road. Pretty sure. Or am I imagining things? Oh, are they down in this grove? I forget. Maybe they're up here. These are all tark rips. That works. Oh, maybe I wrote it wrong. Because it's complete now. So maybe it was boars and not bears. I might have read it wrong. Alright, back to Oscaruth. That's probably what happened. My dumb mistake. Alright. So we'll guide to... Oh wait, do we need to get water down here? That's right, there is a quest. No, we get it for... So there's guys on the top of this hill where I started killing these boars. They want you to get water. So let me take their quests as well. I don't think I've spoken with them yet, but I may not have quests for them until I complete these that I've just done. But I'll check.
Would you do something for me? How can I be of service? also take a moment of your time. Stay a moment.
Alright, so those are up here.
Would you do something for me?
There's the water. So we'll get that. And then we'll do the undead dudes. Skeletons, ghosts, whatever they are.
How can I be of service?
280. 16.
Greetings.
Alright, let's go do our section up here. So it says here they're all scattered around here, but your boss is up there and there's a set of stairs here. So I usually do this quest down this direction. And you'll end up killing a lot of undead when you go in to kill that boss, so you can clear the whole thing there. There is like a loot chest up there. Let me see if I can select one. But yeah, they'll just keep respawning all over the place. Let's see. So one of these does patrol. That guy there. So then, if you can manage to get up here, I mean, either way it works. But if you can manage to get up here, you're possibly going to get aggro if you aren't careful. Because they'll walk on the bridge above here. So after you do this one, there's a next tier of it, I'm pretty sure. So there's like 3 guys up there. They can easily aggro because they kind of in near that corner. And then those guys are kind of higher up, so less of an issue for aggro. But if I remember correctly, you can go up here. Nope. Let me try the horse. There we go. So then something like that. And doing that can help you avoid having to go through all the, well, I'll show you. We'll go and clear them, but there's a bunch of these guys right here. There's like a group there, and then like near the stairs over there. And then there's one of those here. So what I'll do is I'll come up here, give you access to see them. The one I'm trying to get to is the boss. So you can kill these guys, but the problem is he's kind of durable. So he'll run, I think, all the way down. And then you're going to get that patrol that was back here. He eventually turns around and comes back. So instead of him sneaking up on you, you know, if you're not paying attention, just try to clear a couple of these groups. And then take him out. So while you're waiting for this box to resolve itself, you can either attack him, or you can come back here and kill the patrol when you notice it coming at you. But yeah, you don't want to have them come up behind you when you're attacking this area up here. So I'll kill them first. Okay. Some of these guys should be coming. Oh wait, do they? Oh, that's right. They patrol all the way over to the other side over there and then back. So we may not see them for a bit, because I haven't actually walked over there yet. Oh, that might be him coming, or we have respawns. Yeah, there we go, we got respawns. So then when that group respawns, then you can go over here and kill them. That's why I try to do it in that order. So So these boxes, they'll give you a disease or whatever. So you want to try to stay out of them. But if you can manage, you can come up here and then put your trap, something like that. And then like that. And is that the one I needed? That is not the one I needed. I thought that was the guy I needed. Alright, I guess I'm mistaken. So then with this guy, come over here and get out of aggro range of the guy that spawns up there. It can be quite durable, so try to focus him if you can. Your trail food and all that can really help. I haven't put any on, but hope tokens, trail food, what else? Lore papers, even these can help. This it reduces the evade chance of a mob by like 20 minutes. So anytime this bow is used to attack, and that enchant is active, then, and those are made by scholars, if I remember correctly, then that'll affect any attack you use. Oh, get a new skirmish. Stand at Almond Soul, level 30, outstanding. And then we 30. Maybe some of the stuff no, those are auctions I put up, so they're canceled or they timed out. I put some auctions up like 2 days ago. Alright, yeah, that's right. This is the boss. So see, Gaunt Protector. So this the guy that carries a staff and has a skeleton with him, that guy comes up around that way and over here and comes to the boss up that set of stairs, and then we'll if you're still fighting the boss, he'll aggro and just make it a really exciting fight. So keep your eyes open. So I'll put the trap up, and I want I want this guy to die first. So I'll select the skeleton. All done. Wait, I thought I just completed that. Master of the Ruins. Master of the Runs. Wanders. Oh, so the patrol guy that I've been looking out for, he's the one I want to kill. No, I'm pretty sure it's a named mob. That's not making sense because the guy I saw wasn't named. Alright, let's do a search. Oh, I can't search for undead yet. Well, he might show up as a foe. Yep, nothing. Alright. So we'll just have to look for him. So we'll do that. And then so there's the guys that I was talking about. You got the Gaunt Warsinger, and then you got these guys over here, and then I think there's another Gaunt Warsinger on the other side of them. See over there? So behind that group. Where are these? Where's this named? Is that him? No. And sadly, it doesn't move. Master of the Runs. There we go. Maybe I missed him. I thought I took care of him, but maybe I missed him. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, so he's that direction. So it's up there. I was up there. I don't know what I missed. Missed something apparently. Merciful shot. Ooh, I need that. Alright, so penetrating shot. Yeah, I need to start using those more. Outstanding. Right, let's see what we got up there. Summoned white. That's not him. That's not him. Is that him? No. There was a guy walking that way. That's not him. Someone's coming up. There he is. That's our guy. So what we do, come down here, and then when we get a spot, alright, so now that one's good. We'll turn this in, go to Ask Ruth, get the next set. Yeah, that took a bit to get him to spawn. Summoned white. Okay, so what I usually try to do is find a place where I can slide down, not take a lot of damage, but you can end up in an area where there's not a whole bunch of mobs to kill. So something like this. Oh, 1 second, I forgot. So UI settings, mouse. No, I'm thinking of something else. Cursor? No. Tooltip. That's the one I think I'm looking for. Enable instant world tooltip. Enable static place. There it is. That's the one I want. So then when you do that, and then we do that. So examination tooltip position puts it kind of up here. Something like that. I may have to adjust that later, but generally that's, whoops, there we go. So then it's always in the same spot. Just for consistency, so I always know where to look to find it. versus the default is it just moves around based on where your the what direction you're pointing. You could be at an angle, so it could be like over here, or it could be on this side of the screen, right side, left side, could be up here, so all over the place. That's not preferable in my mind anyway. These are all fairly terrible. Nobody would want any of that crap.
How can I be of service? Greetings. How can I be of service?
Alright. Looks like we're done with that. Let's get something else. I think, what's his name in the tower? He doesn't send you back there, I don't believe. At least I don't remember him doing that. Move this down a little bit too high. Go.
What do you need?
It can get in the way of selecting things if it's like in this area here. It was right here, so.
Stay a moment.
Oh right, we gotta do the giants over here. Down south. And then complete all these.
Greetings.
290.
Greetings.
49. I mean, see what you get if you just go for the quest rewards. It's not a great choice here. The one-hand axe, I mean, if you can use axes, the DPS is not great, and the stats, if you're a hunter, you want agility and fade and vitality and physical mastery. None of that's on that. Power, the non-power, yeah, that's not, yeah. Terrible. Maximum power? Seriously? This is laughable. I mean, obviously they I mean, they did say, I want to say, I don't know, 8 years ago, something like 8 years ago, maybe a little less than that, but they were doing a pass. They were gonna do, that was their terminology. They were gonna do a pass over all of the content for low level stuff because the players requested it, and they didn't. I mean, they did adjust some things, but I mean, this kind of stuff is just laughable. I'm like, seriously? You don't change some of the. I mean, they did change some broken things, obviously, but
Greetings.
I mean, there's always
Could I speak with you?
issues with the game, like types of games like this, but it's just, I don't know, some things are just bad. With that said, it is a fun game to play. The story is interesting, compelling. It,
Would you do something for me?
there's a lot of people that have played for well over a decade. It's been out for 18 years. I've played for, let's see, 2017, so about probably 22, so like probably 4 years, solid years, maybe a little over that, total.
How may I help you?
So, I mean, it's not perfect. No game is perfect. Every game is going to have some type of flaw, whether it's, not particularly your, type of play style, or they do, some XYZ issue thing, whatever it happens to be, but, or they just have like technical issues, glitches, what have you. Um, you know, and all things can happen in games, but as far as like problems, things break, you can't log into the game. There's people who've not been able to play this game, Lotro, for a decade. I mean, maybe they got resolved and they just never responded, but you can find probably still posts about, hey, I can't get this game to run. Maybe they just had old computers and that was the problem, but it's yeah, I would say that's the market, the computer market for parts and all that is just insane, especially since COVID. It was just, I lucked out and built my own computer in 2017. No, yeah, no, 2018. I started looking to do it in 2017. So I was playing this game on my old computer, and then when I got this new computer built, I started playing it on this. Yeah, okay.
I'll try to help you if I can.
All right, and for the life of me, I can't remember his name right now, but we'll see it here in a second. Yeah, Radagast, right?
You have returned, I see. This reeks of death.
A Ragmar. Yeah, in the movies, Radagast the Brown, he was the dude doing the rabbits. Rastigal rabbits or some kind of thing like that, right? So now we have a whole slew of stuff to go back over some of the stuff. So we got the Iron Jaws, that's the wargs again, I believe. And then Manslayer. Astral Lash. Okay, so we'll go pretty much straight southwest after we go to this thing. So let's go straight south first. Do all that. Turn it in. And I think this Master of the Lash, I think that one sits similar to the one before, but I forget. Let's see. So which one is that? Slaughter? I don't remember. Oh, we leveled. Right. Alright, so now Valor. So 31. Next level we'll get another slot. and then no points here. So we'll check mail, and I think I only have like the hunter class item to pick up. We'll look. Yeah, that should be it, I think. Yeah, that should be it. One second. Oh, and lore papers and trail food. Which one did I use? Yeah, I haven't done any instances yet, so I guess I'll go with the, well, I kind of have to take both of them. So just in case, lock them. So we'll put that over here. There we go, unlock that. So now we can sell it. Yeah. Actually, what I can do, throw these in the bank, grab the 30 lore papers, make those active, so that, yeah, down here. There we go. 25. 35 is the next hope tokens. Excellent. So the next thing to equip would be the 32 armor and bow and well, daggers. 32 daggers, that's it. Maybe a jewelry or something, let's see. Rings, there we go. Alright, so that goes out. Oh, I should use the task board before 2 a.m. I think 2 a.m. is the time for those to reset, or at least it used to be. So let's see, we got Dusky wing. How are there no dusky wings? All right, well, that was awesome. I guess we're selling that. Or I have to ride all the way over here and see the task board there. Let me see. Isn't there a thing? Oh, it's in the options. Map. Legend. I don't remember. Pretty sure there was a way to do it. I just can't remember right off the top of my head. Oh, is it a button on this? No, that's for something else. Quest guide on the map. Oh, here we go. So you can select I never messed with this. This is a new alt, but I think it copied from the last character that I did when I went through and selected this stuff. I think all this is selected by default. So you'll have a select it, it'll put a check mark next to it. So tasks, see there's one there, and I believe there may be one. That's not one, is it? Let's check. Negative. Oh, Agamar. That's the other one. So you got one here that I'm standing at, one there, and then one there. I'll move this and see if there's any others up here. I don't think there is. Okay, so that's just those three. So I suppose an option is, instead of just selling those, go to the Forsaken Inn or this one here and see if they have tasks for them. So I can try that. I mean, I've got quests up there eventually, so I'll just keep those. I mean, if they're not at the Forsaken Inn, I guess I have to ride over there to check that when he's got more quests.
Stay a moment.
camp up here has these, like, I mean, I call them giants. They're not technically giants, but they're bigger than the normal, like, I mean, everyone's bigger than the Shire uh, gnomes or whatever they are, the hobbits. I call them gnomes. But yeah, they're pretty big. So here's, I'm one of the tallest, and they're, you know, their butt is in your face, so they're pretty big.
Greetings. What brings you to this place?
So this one is for the trolls down here. They're actually like, these kind of look like there's some trolls in the game and they kind of look like that, but there's like tree trolls, and then there's these kind of ogreish kind of trolls. Well, these are the ogreish kind of trolls, and I think most of them are signature quality. In fact, I think all of them are signature quality. I don't think there's any elites. I mean, if there is, there's probably just one, and it's probably like a patrol or something. I forget how Harleg works. Is there a boss there that's elite? I can't remember. Alright, so let me go to 4-second in, try to finish this test thing before too long, because I'll forget if I don't do it before 2 a.m. But I wanted to advance, get another 5 in the queue before server reset. And I may be able to get all the way there up here, but it's probably not a good idea to do. I'll just go up here to the road, which is pretty much a straight shot to the Forsaken Inn. I mean, aside from a few kind of twists and turns, it's generally pretty straight. See it on the map there, so. Now, if you're used to riding a slower mount, like a, I don't know, 62 speed or maybe 68, this may look faster, but to me, it looks pretty slow. Just because I haven't played for so long. But I could do like the, what is it, smell the roses thing. It's down here. And then we'll do like the default base speed of the mount. There it is. So then the default base speed of that is 62. So here's the comparison. Do you see the difference? It's not huge, but it is obvious. I mean, you can just listen to it. Close your eyes and listen to it. The pitter patter of the hooves. So you listen to that, and then see how it's, or you hear how it's slightly faster. Yeah, I don't know if I want to take that, but I guess I will. I should get any ore that I can. Even copper. When I first started, I kept like going back to the auction house and selling extra ore that I'd found, and I kept making new alts because that, after about 4 months, I was like, hey, how do I do this, that, and the other? And they're like, well, you can do deeds to get Lotro points. I'm like, really? I had no clue. I was just playing the game because I thought it was a game, but there's like more kind of, if you will, invisible game that no one is really aware of. You have to kind of know. And that guy had been, I don't even remember who it was. I didn't, take a note or anything. I just, someone in chat on the server said, oh yeah, you can do this, that, and the other. And so I started deeding, adding extra character slots to the account, and then I'd add another character, complete deeds on that, add another character, complete deeds on that, and eventually I had enough to where I could store just about anything that I had, and all the deeding that I'd done allowed me to get all the content that I wanted unlocked. So
Greetings.
it's a win-win.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
And then that one, okay. And then there's a taskbar board outside. Wait, will it let me do this thing now? Was there a, or was it just you carry the eggs down? Actually, it might be one of those, you can do the instance after you do this thing. Some instances will do that. They'll unlock a certain aspect of it, and one of them is End of the Forsaken or something like that. Anyway, back to the tasks at hand. The task board. So we have these puppies right here. Dusky Wing. Hey, alright. Okay, this is gonna be really, really. I remember some of these zones do this. It's the worst idea. Let's have it complete. Not at the task board. Let's have it completed in NPC. That makes a lot of sense. Let's just make them spend extra time unnecessarily. Let's do that. Because that'll just make it exciting.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Sorry, it's just some things that they've done. Just
It's a sorry day.
no words can describe the perfect frustration that many, not just me, many people who've played the game, and actually a lot of those have just stopped playing. You know, I was, what, a couple of years in, and I had met and played with, like, I don't know, maybe a handful, like 5 people for like a few months, and then they just, you never hear from them again. Just,
I'm sorry.
life
Did
happens.
you need something?
Alright, so that one's resolved. I guess I can eat that. So I got that. After I did 10 of those, so every other whatever day, I guess, or maybe it's once a week, I forget how it works, but you complete a task on the task board, and then that first one gets you a quest. You had to complete 10 tasks, right? So then you do 5 the first day, and then the second day you do 5 more, then you get one of these, and you can use those to what they do is so like, say I want to craft actually, I don't think I have any of the crit ones for level 20 or level 30 or whatever, but so let's say this was a level 30 item, right? So it would be at the bottom here. It would be like from a single use scroll, and if that was the case, if it didn't crit, you'd have to wait till you find the scroll again, use the scroll, and then have a second attempt. And those require like a shard, and then these regular mats, right? So you'll get that stuff, a shard, and I think this, and then possibly get a purple, or if it crits, you'll get a cyan level 30 chest, whatever it is, right? So with this item, you do 2 stacks of the dusky wings or whatever it is over 2 days, right? So you turn all it in, you get this. Then when you craft that item, you select this as your optional ingredient here, this section here. That will show right here. See, universal optional crafting ingredient right there. That becomes 100%. See that? So that'll help you kind of save some materials, and potentially, if you don't have a lot of those single-use scrolls, when you use one, it'll show up here. You select it, it'll be like a level 20 or a level 30 or 40 or whatever scroll, and when you select it, you'll see, like, right in here below this select output thing, it'll say single use or something similar to that, single scroll or whatever it is, but you can use it once, and then you have to apply another copy of that scroll to get the recipe added to your crafting window. So using this with the task board items, so 2 stacks of those, so 100 of them, can help you get a critted version of that item, so at level 30, 40, 20, whatever it happens to be. Now the way you get those scrolls is, you remember I was doing the well, I don't know if you were watching the stream from, I don't know, 2-3 days ago. I was in the Barrows, the northern Barrow Downs and Southern Barrow Downs. So those quests where I was taking the scholar, the purple scrolls as a quest reward. Those types of scrolls are the ones that add the critted. They're the single-use scroll that you would add the recipe to. Then you can apply this to make it 100% that it crits. So if I was going to make that scholar item from those scrolls that I had in my stream, then anytime it crits, you'll get 2 of those crit items, and those are for making a special. I forget what they're made for, but tools, I believe. So when a metalsmith crafts a tool, you need the item that a scholar can make. So that's why I was taking those those purple scrolls, so I can use those to make critted tools. So you get a better quality tool from it more often. Because if you don't use a critted thing, you just use the mats without this and without this, then your crit chance is based on the tool that you're using to craft stuff with. So base crit chance is 5%. So this one adds 15% and makes it 20 total. Or 25. So it adds 20. Yeah, it says 20 on it, so 25. So then as you get higher level, better quality tools, blah 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 blah, you may have to, make your own metalsmith and level up them, make your own scholar and level up them. All those things combined, you can get a better quality tool, and therefore every time you craft something as a tailor or whatever crafting you're doing, use those tools that you have your metalsmith make, then every item they make will have a higher chance of crit, if that makes sense. Alright, I've talked that to death, so I'll shut up now, I promise. Okay, put that over there. They're like, yeah, this is totally interesting. I don't give a shit. No one's saying anything. Yeah, I totally don't mind you guys lurking. It's cool. And I get that it's potentially my own fault that y'all can't chat, because I have the settings on there on the thing that you have to be like, I don't know, hours or days or however long it is, a week or something, before you can chat. Whatever those settings are. I did it for a reason, because I had people constantly coming in and later find out they're just AI scam things. They have AI craft some kind of artwork and then they send it to you, and it's totally fake. It's not like, someone made it. They just have AI do it. So it's, yeah. Anyway, it's a scam bot thing, and they come in, oh, I love your art, and it's not a real person. It's a bot. So if you have someone just, the opposite of, what is the opposite of throwing shade? Just giving you compliments all the time, it's a bot. No one does that in the streams. So tell them to fuck off, block them, and, you'll never have an issue with the bots again. Let me send this thing. Let's see, what was I doing? Yeah, I think I have them all on that guy. Oh, wrong account. So this account, there we go. Oh, and something to note. So when you send stuff in the mail and it is bound to account, like that item that I just sent was, um, versus like this item here is bound to this character, right? If it's bound to account, um, or boxes like this, pardon me, then see, I'll just set up a email to just one of my random alts. So if I go to send this, it can be expensive to send that, right? But if you have two accounts and let's say you have a stack of leather and gold and whatever, so this is really expensive to send, right? It's 11, but you get a stack of like 500 of them, so that'll be like, I don't know, 100 silver, maybe more than that. I forget how much it actually costs in the mail to do that. So then you do that, 500 leather, 500 of this, 500 of that. It'll add up, pretty quick. You'll get like, 200-300 silver just for the mail costs of getting these to the character or all the characters, whatever that you have, just to get them so that they can do the crafting, right? So what I do is, I have a bunch of notes saying, hey, this character does this character does that, what level they are, all that crap. As far as like journeyman expert, master supreme, whatever kind of level they are for crafting. But then you want to save money by getting those mats to the character. You have your second account, you log in and have them both in the same spot, and then you right click. Actually, I can do it right now. So, 1 second. Get this thing. Pretty sure I won't show y'all any of this. So I'm on this character. So I just logged in on my second character on another account, and then I just go join, and I've got this is the Forsaken Inn, right? So, and I think I had something needed to do in Bree anyway. So what I'll do is I'll go to Bree at the what do you call it? This place here, Prancing Pony. So it's just up the road from the crafting hall that I have most of my characters in. It's the best place as far as I'm concerned to craft in the game. It's got a mailbox right next to a vault, and you can access both of them by standing in one spot. But you go here, and you get both of your alts in the same spot. Or like next to each other or whatever. See, like here you can right click that, you got the vault open. Right click that, you got your mail open. So you can grab stuff out of there, mail it, bam, you're done. You don't have to move anywhere. Makes it simple. So then hit my that's social, hit friends, and then hit login for him. That'll be this guy here. Invite. Oh, he's not loading in yet. So you have to give him a second. I mean, I've got the screen. I just wasn't looking at the screen over there, but I can tell now looking at it that he's on now. So then I go in. Let me clear this thing so it's not in the way. Invite to fellowship, and then I go over here and accept on that guy, and then I can say right click, secure trade, and he says yes. And then this is my woodworker, so I can go you would and hit trade. That saves me, you know, whatever the cost. Like if that was a full stack of yew wood, that's like, I don't know, 100 silver, something like that. Then you multiply that by the number of stacks of excuse me, number of stacks of different excuse me, water here, sorry, of all the materials you can use for crafting over the course of your, you know, game lifetime, maybe a couple of years, and all the characters you're going to play. That's a lot of, you know, in-game money that you're not losing. Like my guy over here, click his wallet. I don't think I can show it to you. Well, actually I can. So start secure, hit yes, and then I'll throw the wood back that I just traded to him, and then I'll say, okay, I've got that much, so I'll say, now if I wanted to, I could do like that, but it'll say, nope, you don't have that much. But I definitely did. I have 2,000 gold on this character. I have more than that on a couple others, but I mean, the point being, what was my point? I don't know. I'm a retard. I can't remember what I was saying. Point being, totally slipped my mind. Help me. What was I talking about? No one was paying attention. All right, it doesn't matter. I'll remember here in a second. I think I was talking about saving money. So then when you go to give an alt money, right, you can go, a few of the options are, you can go to here and go to the shop, and it says buy a bag of gold coins, right? That's worth 10 gold. So you spend 10 gold to get this bag of coins. You go to send that to someone on your account, it's bound to account, right? When you first make an account, until you become premium, and I'll tell you how to do that. You have to go VIP. Basically, you pay 15 bucks, and what that does is when you pay any money on the account, any character that you've logged into during that month that you're VIP, they become a premium character. I don't know all the exact details, and this is old information. When I first started playing, I wrote this whole guide just from what I've discovered and what I heard people telling me. But when you first start an account, if you're not VIP or premium, then you cannot send money to someone else from your account. Meaning, you can send stuff to your guys on your account, but you can't open a mail and do that part. You can't send money or open a trade and Actually, I think you can trade, but it won't let you do gold. This part right here, the send money, it won't let you do a trade and send via the secure trade window that I showed you a minute ago until you become a premium or a VIP. And then as the VIP thing expires, it reverts back to premium. So basically, everyone that's paid money, whether they're continually paying money every month or they've stopped paying, they're all premium. And then the ones that continue paying are VIP. But what that unlocks is you get the fast travel routes of the stable masters, and I think some other things. But I mean, even some things like that, you can get items from the daily Hobbit gifts or whatever it's called that will allow you to bypass some of those things. You can get like a I wonder if I have one in here. I might. I think it's under perks. It's a horse looking icon. I guess I don't have one, but use that, and what it does is it says, okay, you're blocked from using because this account isn't premium or whatever. Well, that item overrides that and lets you, let's say 2 hours or 6 hours or whatever the duration of it is, it'll allow you to use all those travel routes. I mean, as long as you have the amount of gold to spend to actually travel on the stable master, you can go through and I mean, it's probably not a lot of gold that you have to spend, but maybe a couple gold to get like to all of the different routes. So you'd be able to unlock all of that with that item. As far, I've never tried it, but I just play the game normally. But that is another option. And then you spend, you know, $15 and log in all your characters. They become premium. So before that happens, this is what the guy told me when I started playing. You log into both your characters. You have 2 slots when you first start. You do complete deeds, add another slot, complete deeds on that, and then just keep leveling them up, maybe to 40 or something, and then keep adding slots, level the, you know, 4th one to 40 or whatever, complete all those deeds in the low level zones that you can, and then add more slots and blah blah blah. Eventually you'll have all the points you'll need to be able to you know, make all the characters you'll ever want. Bunch of hunters, you want to have a rune keeper, you want to have a you know, a dwarf guardian, you want to have a you know, whatever it is. So you think about it and you think, well, okay, I want this, this, and this, and that, and then 5 others. So that's 9 total. So then you'll need, you know, X number of Lotro points, and then you know, do deeds until you have that many Lotro points, and then you spend the $15 to make your account premium, log in all those characters that you've made, all those 9 or however many you do, and then they're all premium. So when you play with them normally on the game, you can use all of those things because you've converted them to premium from the basic, what is it, free to play or whatever. So that's a way to kind of help yourself out versus, oh, you know, you pay money the first month and then you know, let it lapse, and then later you want you know, a minstrel or whatever it is, then you have to pay $15 again to get, you know, all that stuff unlocked. So do the deeding unlock however many characters you pretty sure you're gonna want to be able to play with. Excuse me, and then get more water, and then add the $15 to the account to make it VIP. And then once the VIP cancels after that 30 days, all those characters logged into on that account become premium, and they can use the fast travels at Stable Masters, and I forget all the other junk, but it's not terrible, is what I'm trying to say. That's only $15. So total, I've spent $30 on this game, but I've played it for at least 4 years. All right, I've talked that one to death. Oops, wrong place. Where was that? Wait, is that right? Yeah, woodworker. All right. Excuse me. Something I wanted to put in the vault, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, these right here. Yeah. Pardon me.
How can I be of service?
There was something I wanted to complete over here. I think the mayor. Sounds right. Oh, and I still haven't gone to Chetwood or whatever. The Dunedain thing. It's like statues of the Dunedain or something like that.
What do you need?
Well, I'm here. I may as well do it. So we got Archit, and I want to say it's Far Chetwood at the end. I'm not absolutely certain. One that Archit is right behind here. And then up here, or east, and it'll be like right there. So it's across this river. So it's right there. Yeah, right here. So we got the cairn. And there's the altar. I mean, unless the altar's over here. I don't think it is. Oh, that was it. No, that was the wrong one. I want History of the Dunedain. Yeah, I think it's the Chetwood. I think. I want to say it's up there. But I'm probably wrong. Because I don't remember clicking any of those things up there in that area, so I must have missed it. I think it's where that that elite warg spawns. Dustpaw or whatever his name is. Yeah, this looks right. Hmm. Alright, that must not be it then. So, History of the Dunedain. down there. That's right. It was right in the middle of the marshes and I missed it. So it's like in here. Right where that is. The G looks like. So almost east of here. Wonder if I can get up there from here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, that's not it. Oh, this is where the elites are. I mean the level 50. Yeah, they'll pretty easily kill me if I'm not careful. And of course I can't get up there. Alright, I'm going to go south and then east.
Would you do something for me?
Well, I'm done with that. I've already maxed out re-rep. So that's not an issue. Oh, I can go across here. Nice. All right, we got somewhere over here. There we go. Oh, it's up there. Yeah, that looks right. Right here. Totally missed it. All right, so back to Oscar Ruth. Thanks for watching. We're going to take a break. We'll see you next time.